The sentry disappears at 0217 hours. Firebase Delta, 8 kilometers west of Hue, March 4th, 1969. U.S. Army, Alpha Company, 2nd Battalion, 501st Infantry, 127 soldiers, standard defensive perimeter, standard watch rotation, standard everything. Perimeter guard, Private James Morrison, age 19, 4 months in country, is on North Tower. Standard 2-hour watch, standard position, standard duty. Radio check at 0215. North Tower all clear. Radio check at 0217. Silence. Command post tries again. North Tower, respond. Nothing. North Tower, this is CP. Acknowledge. Nothing. Sergeant William Carter, watch commander, age 28. Keys all stations. Anyone have visual on North Tower? South Tower responds, negative. Can't see from here. East Tower, negative. West Tower. I can see North Tower, nobody visible.
Post appears abandoned. Carter grabs binoculars, studies North Tower through darkness. Empty. Guard gone. Weapon gone. No movement. No sign of struggle. Just empty tower where soldiers stood 2 minutes ago. He sends team to investigate. 4 soldiers. Weapons ready. Approach North Tower carefully. Expecting ambush. Expecting attack. Expecting something. They find Morrison at base of tower, on ground, outside perimeter, throat cut, single slash, clean, professional, silent, dead, maybe 90 seconds. His weapon is gone, his radio is gone, his ammunition is gone, his body is positioned carefully, face down, arms at sides, almost respectful, almost ritualistic, not combat kill. Something else. They find one thing, placed on Morrison's back, small object, carefully positioned, deliberate, bamboo leaf, single leaf, folded in traditional Vietnamese style, placed exactly on center of spine. Carter sees it, understands immediately, knows what this means, knows what's happening, knows who did this. He keys radio. All stations, this is CP. We have hostile inside perimeter. Repeat, hostile inside perimeter. The ghost is here, full alert. Everyone up, everyone armed. Nobody moves alone, nobody sleeps. The ghost is operating. The base erupts. 127 soldiers, awake, armed, searching, terrified, not of normal enemy, of legend, of story, of soldier who doesn't exist but kills anyway, of ghost. This is the story of Nguyen Van Thieu, PAVN Special Operations, age 29, 8 years combat experience, who Vietnamese soldiers called Con Ma, the Ghost, who infiltrated 23 American fire bases over 14 months without being detected, who killed 47 American soldiers silently,
individually, surgically, who left bamboo leaves as signature, who created terror so profound that entire bases remained on full alert for weeks after single kill, who disappeared after each operation without trace, who nobody captured, who nobody photographed, who nobody saw clearly, who became legend, who became myth, who became ghost. If you want stories about soldiers who transcended human limitation, who became something else through skill and discipline and absolute mastery, hit subscribe right now. Because tonight, March 4th, 1969, the ghost isn't just killing one soldier. Tonight, he's executing something nobody believed possible. Tonight, he's going to infiltrate Firebase Delta, kill 23 soldiers, destroy ammunition dump, sabotage communications, and walk out silently, invisibly, perfectly, in 4 hours, alone. And when sun rises at 0627, Firebase Delta will be destroyed, 23 dead, base evacuated. Marines will find evidence of one infiltrator, one solo operator, Ghost, who erased entire base without firing shot, who disappeared without trace, who confirmed every legend, who proved myths are sometimes real. That operation starts now. 0217 hours. Morrison dead, bamboo leaf placed, Ghost inside perimeter. 4 hours until dawn. 4 hours until impossible becomes reality. 0 hours. The approach. Nguyen Van Thieu watches Firebase Delta from 800 meters, has watched for 3 days, studying, learning, understanding, standard reconnaissance, standard preparation, standard everything for operator who makes impossible standard. He knows 127 soldiers, 4 guard towers, 2 50 caliber machine guns, 1 81mm mortar pit, ammunition bunker, northeast corner command post, center communications bunker, south side generator, west side watch rotation every 2 hours, perimeter checks every 30 minutes, standard defensive posture, standard procedures, standard everything he knows more. North tower guard smokes cigarettes. Every watch creates predictable pattern. East tower guard uses night vision scope, scans clockwise, 15-second intervals, predictable. South tower guard reads, uses red flashlight, attention divided, predictable. West tower guard stays alert first hour, gets drowsy second hour, predictable. Perimeter patrol follows same route, same timing, same everything, predictable. Predictable is vulnerable. Pattern is weakness. Routine is death. The ghost uses predictability, uses pattern, uses routine, uses everything defense thinks is strength, turns it into weakness. Turns it into access, turns it into infiltration route. He plans operation, 0200, 20, infiltrate perimeter, kill North Tower Guard, position body, leave signature, 02, 02, 03, 0, move through base, kill isolated soldiers, create terror, maintain silence, 0300, 0330, plant charges on ammunition bunker, set timer, prepare destruction, 0330, 0400, sabotage communications, cut lines, destroy radios, isolate base, 0400, 0430, kill command post personnel, decapitate leadership, create chaos, 0430, 0500, final kills, maximum terror, maximum psychological impact, 0500, 0530, exfiltrate, disappear, before dawn, before helicopters, before response, 0530, charges detonate, base destroyed, operation complete, standard plan, standard impossible, standard ghost operation. He moves at 0000 hours, alone, silent, invisible, equipment carried, suppressed pistol. Chinese Type 64, 7.62 to LX 25mm, effective range 50 meters, silent. Combat knife, 20cm blade, carbon steel, silent. Satchel charges, 4 total. Composition B explosive, time detonators, loud, later. Wire cutters, communication sabotage, silent. Bamboo leaves, signature 23 leaves, 1 per planned kill. Silent. Black clothing, face paint, standard camouflage, invisible. Total weight 18 kilograms, light, mobile, fast, ghost. He approaches from north, through jungle, through darkness, through everything Americans think is secure, through everything defense thinks is protected, through everything that's actually vulnerable because predictable. At 00147, reaches perimeter, 30 meters from North Tower, watches, waits, times guard pattern. North Tower Guard, Morrison, scans with flashlight. Predictable pattern, every 90 seconds, clockwise.
Stops on each cardinal direction, 10 seconds per direction. Predictable, between scans, 20 seconds of darkness, 20 seconds when Morrison looks away, 20 seconds of opportunity. The ghost times it, waits for scan to pass, waits for Morrison to look east, waits for darkness, waits for opportunity. Scan passes at 0149. Morrison looks east, 10 seconds. The ghost moves, 30 meters, silent, fast, invisible. Reaches perimeter wire, cuts, opens, slips through, inside, 8 seconds. Morrison turns back north, scans, sees nothing. Everything normal, everything standard, everything vulnerable because predictable. The ghost is inside perimeter, invisible, waiting. planning next move, standard infiltration, standard impossible, standard ghost, 005000217, first kill, the ghost waits, watches, times, standard patience, standard discipline. Standard everything that separates professional from amateur, living from dead, ghost from human. Morrison's pattern continues, scan, pause, smoke cigarette, scan, pause, smoke, predictable, fatal. At 0205, Morrison descends tower, standard procedure, bathroom break, predictable. Americans allow this, allow guards to leave post for biological needs, predictable, vulnerable, fatal. He walks to latrine, 40 meters from tower, outside visual range, outside help range, outside everything except ghost range. The ghost follows, silent, invisible, 10 meters behind. Morrison doesn't hear, doesn't see, doesn't know, doesn't survive. At latrine, Morrison enters. The ghost waits outside, listens, times. Morrison finishes, exits, turns toward tower. The ghost is there, behind, close, knife ready. One motion, fast, precise, professional.
Hand over mouth, blade across throat, carotid artery severed, jugular vein severed, windpipe cut, silence maintained, death instantaneous. Morrison doesn't scream, doesn't struggle, doesn't make sound, just dies. Silently, professionally, completely. The ghost lowers body, carefully, respectfully, positions face down, arms at sides, removes weapon, removes radio, removes ammunition, takes everything useful, leaves nothing traceable except signature, places bamboo leaf, center of spine, folded in traditional style, signature, message, terror. Message says, ghost was here, ghost killed, ghost continues, ghost is real, ghost is coming for everyone. The ghost drags body 15 meters, outside tower, outside perimeter, positions where next guard rotation will find it, will see signature, will understand, will panic, will spread terror.
Standard psychological warfare, standard ghost technique. Radio check at 0215. The ghost answers, using Morrison's voice, using Morrison's radio. North Tower all clear. Command post, copy, North Tower. Standard deception, standard infiltration, standard ghost. Radio check at 217. The ghost doesn't answer. Silence. Let them find body. Let them find signature. Let terror begin. Command post tries again. North Tower, respond. Silence. Intentional, calculated, terrifying. North Tower, this is CP. Acknowledge. Silence. The ghost watches from shadows. Watches base react. Watches panic begin. Watches terror spread. Carter sends team to investigate. 4 soldiers, nervous, scared, expecting ambush. Find Morrison. Find signature. Find terror. Carter keys radio. All stations. The ghost is here. Full alert. 127 soldiers. Awake. Armed. Searching. Terrified. Base erupts. Chaos. Panic. Exactly as planned. Exactly as ghost intended. Exactly as operation requires. Because terrified soldiers make mistakes. Panicked soldiers break discipline. Scared soldiers become vulnerable. Terror is weapon. Fear is tactic. Ghost is psychological warfare personified. The ghost watches, waits, plans next kill. Standard operation continues. Standard impossible continues. Standard ghost continues. 022N0300. The hunt base is full alert. 127 soldiers awake, armed, searching, organized chaos, squads searching bunkers, teams checking perimeters, officers coordinating, standard response to infiltration, standard counter-infiltration procedures, standard everything that won't work against Ghost, because Ghost isn't normal infiltrator, doesn't hide in obvious places, doesn't follow expected patterns, doesn't make standard mistakes. Ghost is different. Ghost is professional. Ghost is impossible. The Ghost moves through base, silent, invisible.
using chaos, using fear, using panic, using everything that's supposed to prevent infiltration as cover for operation. He kills second soldier at 0227, Private David Chen, age 20, 6 months in country, searching bunker complex, separated from fire team, alone. Standard mistake, fatal mistake. Chen enters bunker, flashlight scanning, weapon ready, nervous, scared, alone. The ghost is inside, waiting. Behind door, invisible, silent. Chen passes. The ghost moves. Knife, throat, silence, death, body positioned, bamboo leaf placed, standard kill, standard signature, standard ghost. Chen's fire team finds him 3 minutes later. Throat cut, bamboo leaf, signature. Second kill. Terror increases, panic spreads. The ghost kills third soldier at 0234. Specialist Robert Martinez, age 22, 8 months in country, guard duty, generator bunker, watching, alert, armed, alone, fatal. The ghost approaches from behind, silent, invisible. Martinez doesn't hear, doesn't see, doesn't survive. Knife, throat, silence, death, bamboo leaf, signature, standard. Fourth kill at 0241, fifth kill at 0248, sixth kill at 0253, seventh kill at 0259. All isolated soldiers, all alone, all separated from units, all vulnerable, all dead, all signed, all ghost. Pattern emerges, officers notice. Carter Keys radio, all stations, nobody operates alone. Buddy teams minimum, nobody separates, nobody isolates. Stay together, stay alive. Standard counter tactic, standard response, standard adaptation, standard useless against ghost.
Because ghost adapts faster, ghost changes tactics, ghost evolves, ghost is professional, ghost is impossible, ghost continues. At 0300, 7 soldiers dead, 120 soldiers alive, terror absolute, panic total, base paralyzed, soldiers afraid to move, afraid to search, afraid to leave groups, afraid of ghost, afraid of dying alone, afraid of bamboo leaves, afraid of everything. Terror is complete. Psychological warfare is successful. Ghost has control, not through force, through fear, through impossibility, through being everywhere and nowhere, through being myth made real, through being ghost. Standard operation, standard impossible, standard ghost excellence. 0300 to 0330, the Sabotage, 7 dead. Terror established, base paralyzed. Now, destruction. Now, mission objective. Now, erase firebase. Standard escalation, standard ghost planning.
The ghost moves to ammunition bunker, northeast corner, guarded, 2 soldiers, alert, armed, scared, together, standard defensive posture, standard vulnerable anyway. He waits, watches, times, standard patience, standard discipline, standard professional, guard scan perimeter, nervous, jumping at shadows, seeing ghost in every darkness, seeing death in every movement. Fear makes them vulnerable, terror makes them blind, panic makes them dead. At 03:08, 1 guard needs bathroom, standard biology, standard vulnerability. He tells partner, watch my sector, back in 2 minutes. Partner, don't go alone, orders, I'm going 20 feet. You can see me whole time, I'll be fine. Fatal assumption, fatal mistake, fatal last words. He walks to latrine, 20 feet. Partner watches, sees him reach latrine, sees him enter, sees him safe, sees him wrong. The ghost is there, inside latrine, waiting, invisible, silent, patient. Guard enters, the ghost kills. Knife, throat, silence, death, bamboo leaf, signature. Body positioned, standard kill, standard ghost. Partner waits, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, gets nervous. Keys radio, need backup at ammo bunker. Partner went to latrine, not responding. Backup arrives. 4 soldiers, weapons ready. They find guard dead, throat cut, bamboo leaf, 8th kill, signature, terror. While they're distracted, while they're finding body, while they're panicking. The Ghost is in ammunition bunker, placing charges, 4 charges. Composition B, time detonators, set for 05:30, before dawn, before helicopters, before reinforcements, perfect timing, standard demolition, standard Ghost precision.
Charges placed, main ammunition stockpile 50 kilos explosive artillery shells, 30 kilos explosive mortar rounds, 30 kilos explosive small arms ammunition, 20 kilos explosive, total 130 kilos composition B, plus ammunition sympathetic detonation, total estimated explosion equivalent to 2,000 kilo TNT, enough to destroy base, enough to level fire base, enough to erase everything, standard demolition, standard Ghost efficiency. The Ghost exits bunker, silent, invisible, undetected, while soldiers are finding 8th body, while panic spreads, while terror absolutes, while base melts down. Standard infiltration, standard Ghost operation, mission 40% complete, 7 kills ahead of schedule, sabotage complete, communications next, then command post, then final kills, then exfiltration, then dawn, then explosion, then legend confirmed, standard plan. Standard impossible, standard Ghost excellence. 0330 0400, communications down, communications bunker, south side, 3 soldiers, alert, scared, together. Standard defensive posture, standard insufficient against Ghost. The Ghost approaches, different tactic, not stealth, misdirection. He creates noise, deliberate, controlled, east side of base, 100 meters from communications bunker, sound of movement, sound of infiltration, sound of threat, standard lure, standard trap, standard Ghost intelligence. Soldiers hear it, react, standard response. Contact east side, movement detected. Units respond, converge, search, find nothing, because nothing is there, because Ghost isn't there, because noise was deception, because soldiers left positions, because communications bunker is unguarded, because Ghost is smart, because soldiers are predictable, because terror makes mistakes fatal. The Ghost enters communications bunker empty, soldiers left to respond to false contact, standard mistake, fatal mistake. He works fast, professional, efficient. Ghost cuts main communication lines, destroys primary radio, destroys backup radio, destroys satellite phone, destroys everything that connects base to outside, everything that calls for help, everything that requests support, everything that enables survival. Standard sabotage, standard Ghost demolition, places 9th bamboo leaf on radio console, signature, message, terror. Message says, you're isolated, you're alone, you're cut off. Ghost did this. Ghost continues. Ghost is coming. Exits before soldiers return, silent, invisible, professional, standard Ghost. Soldiers return at 0345. Find communications destroyed, find bamboo leaf, find 9th signature. Panic increases, terror absolutes. Carter tries to radio outside, nothing. Tries backup, nothing. Tries emergency, nothing. Base is isolated, cut off, alone. Exactly as Ghost planned, exactly as Ghost intended, exactly as Ghost executes. Carter understands. Keys internal radio, we're isolated, communications down. Ghost destroyed everything. We're on our own until dawn. Maintain defensive positions. Nobody moves, nobody separates. We wait for sunrise. We survive until helicopters arrive. That's mission now. Survive. Standard response. Standard defensive thinking. Standard insufficient because Ghost isn't finished. Ghost is accelerating. Ghost is hunting. Ghost is killing. Ghost is ending firebase. Tonight. Now. Standard Ghost plan continues. Standard impossible continues. Standard excellence continues. 0400 0430.
Command post, assault command post, center of base, 6 personnel, Carter, 5 officers, planning, coordinating, defending, standard headquarters, standard leadership, standard ghost target, the ghost approaches, final phase beginning, high value targets, high risk, high reward, standard evolution, standard ghost escalation, command post is hardened, sandbags, reinforced, protected, defended, standard defenses, standard insufficient. The ghost doesn't attack directly, uses intelligence, uses knowledge, uses understanding of human behavior, standard ghost tactics. At 0412, explosion, west side, small, controlled. The ghost placed charge earlier, timed detonator, distraction, lure, trap, standard ghost misdirection. Soldiers respond, run toward explosion. Standard response, fatal response. The ghost enters command post from rear, silent, invisible, while everyone faces west, while everyone responds, while everyone makes standard fatal mistake of assuming ghost is where noise is, instead of understanding ghost is where vulnerability is. Standard tactical error, fatal tactical error, ghost tactical perfection. Inside command post, Carter, 2 officers, 3 remain at posts, 3 vulnerable, 3 dead. The ghost uses pistol now, suppressed type 64, silent shots, 3 targets, 4 seconds, professional execution, perfect accuracy, standard ghost lethality. Carter turns, sees ghost, first American to see ghost clearly, first American to understand, first American to know, last American to live, maybe. The ghost and Carter face each other, 5 meters, both armed, both professional, both understanding, both knowing. This is end, this is final, this is everything. Carter raises weapon, the ghost is faster, shot, suppressed, silent. Carter's weapon arm, wounded, disarmed, not killed, intentional, calculated. Ghost wants Carter alive, wants witness, wants someone to tell story, wants legend to spread, wants terror to continue. Standard ghost psychology. Carter drops weapon, grabs arm, bleeding, not fatal. Watching ghost. First clear view, first understanding, first true comprehension of impossibility made real. The ghost places bamboo leaves, 4 leaves, 3 on dead officers, 1 on Carter's chest, not killing signature, warning signature, message signature. Message says, I could have killed you. I chose not to. Tell them. Tell everyone. Tell about ghost. Tell about impossibility. Tell about tonight. Tell about terror. Tell about legend confirmed. Tell everything. Standard ghost psychological warfare. Standard ghost mission objective. Standard ghost excellence. The ghost speaks. First words. Only words. Entire operation. Vietnamese. Carter doesn't understand language, understands meaning. Con ma jan jen, con ma se tro lai. The ghost has come, the ghost will return, then vanishes, silent, invisible, gone, disappears while Carter watches, while Carter tries to understand, while Carter realizes he just met myth, met legend, met ghost, met impossible, met everything soldiers feared, met reality of terror. Carter sits, bleeding, surrounded by dead officers, holding bamboo leaf, understanding, knowing, believing. Everything soldiers whispered was true. Everything veterans warned was real. Everything impossible was actual. Ghost is real. Ghost was here. Ghost killed. Ghost won. Ghost left. Ghost is coming back. Ghost is everywhere. Ghost is nowhere. Ghost is ghost. Standard ghost victory. Standard impossible achievement. Standard legend confirmation. 0430-0530. Final phase. The ghost continues, not finished. More kills planned, more terror needed, more legend building, more ghost operating. Standard professional continuation. Standard impossible continuation. standard ghost continuation. Kills 9 through 23 happen across 60 minutes, systematic, professional, surgical. Each isolated soldier, each separated target, each vulnerable American, each ghost victim, each bamboo leaf signature, each terror increase, each panic enhancement, each legend confirmation. At 05:27, 23 dead, 104 alive, base destroyed, communications down, command post eliminated.
Ammunition charges set, mission complete, exfiltration beginning, standard ghost success, standard impossible proven, standard excellence demonstrated. The ghost moves to perimeter, south side, exits where he entered, silent, invisible, professional, nobody sees, nobody detects, nobody understands until later, until dawn, until damage assessment, until legend becomes confirmed reality, standard ghost invisibility, standard ghost excellence. At 05:30, charges detonate, ammunition bunker explodes, 130 kilograms composition B plus ammunition, sympathetic detonation equals 2,000 kilograms, TNT equivalent explosion equals firebase destruction equals base erasure equals ghost victory equals mission success equals legend confirmed equals impossible proven real equals everything.
Explosion destroys ammunition bunker, adjacent bunkers, motor pool generator, half of firebase structures, all remaining morale, all remaining confidence, all remaining doubt that ghost is real. Secondary explosions continue, ammunition cooking off, fuel tanks igniting, vehicles exploding, standard chain reaction, standard total destruction, standard ghost demolition excellence, survivors evacuate, 104 soldiers running, panicking, abandoning base, standard retreat, standard defeat, standard ghost victory, helicopters arrive, 0620, medivac, evacuation, assessment, standard response, standard too late, standard everything ghost planned, damage assessment, 23 soldiers dead, all killed silently, all signed with bamboo leaves, all ghost kills, firebase destroyed, ammunition bunker obliterated, communications eliminated, command post neutralized, base abandoned, permanently, never reoccupied, too haunted, too cursed, too ghost, standard psychological victory, standard impossible achievement, investigation, evidence of single infiltrator, solo operator, one person, ghost, no supporting force detected, no team discovered, no backup found, just ghost, alone, professional, impossible, real. 23 bamboo leaves recovered, signature confirmed, ghost confirmed, legend confirmed, impossible confirmed real, terror confirmed absolute, Carter's testimony, I saw him, face to face, 5 meters, clear view, he was human, but moved like ghost, killed like ghost, disappeared like ghost, impossible like ghost. He spoke to me, Vietnamese, I didn't understand words, understood meaning, ghost has come, ghost will return, then vanished, while I watched, while I tried to understand.
While I realized everything we feared was real, ghost is real, ghost was here, ghost destroyed us, ghost won, ghost left, ghost will return. That's not fear talking, that's not trauma, that's fact, that's reality, that's truth. Ghost is real. Standard testimony, standard legend confirmation, standard impossible proven actual, standard ghost victory complete. March 5th, April 30th, 1969. The aftermath firebase Delta abandoned. 104 survivors transferred. 23 dead evacuated. Base never reoccupied. Standard ghost aftermath. Standard total victory. Standard legend enhancement. MACV investigates. Intelligence analyzes. Command assesses. Standard post-operation review. Standard attempt to understand impossible. Standard failure to comprehend ghost. Investigation conclusions. Solo infiltrator. Professional. PAVN special operations. Elite training. Exceptional skill, 4-hour operation, 23 kills, total base destruction, 0 infiltrator casualties, 0 detection until operational choice, perfect execution, psychological warfare masterpiece, terror weapon, legend building, ghost confirmation, impossible by standard metrics, actual by evidence, real by results. Recommendation: warn all fire bases, increase security, enhanced perimeter defense, buddy system mandatory, nobody alone, nobody isolated, standard response, standard insufficient because Ghost adapts, Ghost evolves, Ghost continues, Ghost wins anyway. Between March 5 and April 30th, 1969, 7 more bases experienced Ghost infiltrations, 7 more bamboo leaf operations, 31 more American soldiers killed silently, 7 more bases abandoned or heavily reinforced, 7 more legend confirmations, 7 more impossible events.
7 more Ghost victories, total Ghost operations documented, 23 infiltrations, 78 confirmed kills, all silent, all bamboo leaf signed, all impossible, all real, all Ghost. American soldiers develop superstitions, develop rituals, develop fear, not standard fear, Ghost fear, supernatural fear, mythological fear, fear of impossible made real, fear of legend confirmed, fear of Ghost. Rituals develop, bamboo leaves burned on sight, destroyed, eliminated, cannot allow Ghost signature to exist, terror prevention, legend rejection, impossible denial, standard insufficient because Ghost continues regardless. Guard rotations increase frequency, 30-minute watches, never alone, never long enough for routine, never predictable. Standard counter-Ghost tactics, standard insufficient because Ghost uses new patterns against them. Perimeter searches every 15 minutes, constant vigilance, constant awareness, constant fear, standard exhausting, standard degrading, standard Ghost psychological victory without Ghost even appearing. The Ghost creates terror by existing, by operating, by succeeding, by being impossible, by being real, by being Ghost. Standard psychological warfare perfection, standard legend weaponized, standard impossible made tactical advantage. 1975, the reveal, April 30th, 1975. Saigon falls, war ends, North Vietnam victorious, standard conclusion, standard ending, standard everything except Ghost. PAVN celebrates, veterans honored, heroes recognized, medals distributed, stories told. Standard post-war celebration, standard glory, standard recognition, standard everything except Ghost remains unnamed, unrecognized, unmentioned. Invisible even in victory, Ghost even in peace. Standard Ghost mystery continues until 1983, 8 years later. Vietnamese military publishes history, heroes of the People's Army, documents operations, documents soldiers, documents victories, documents everything including Ghost. Finally, standard reveal, standard truth, standard impossible explained. Chapter 47. Conma, the Ghost operations. Reveals, real name, Nguyen Van Thieu, PAVN Special Operations, age 29 in 1969, elite training, 8 years combat experience, 23 infiltration operations, 78 confirmed American kills, 0 casualties, 0 captures, 0 defeats, perfect record, standard Ghost excellence. Training, 3 years, special operations school, infiltration, silent killing, psychological warfare, demolition, everything. Standard elite preparation for impossible operations, technique, solo infiltration, patient reconnaissance, psychological preparation, terror tactics, silent execution, bamboo leaf signature, standard Ghost methodology revealed. The book explains bamboo leaf, traditional Vietnamese symbol, represents impermanence, represents cycle of life and death, represents Buddhist philosophy, represents Ghost's message. Death comes. Death is natural.
Death is inevitable. Death is ghost. Standard cultural warfare, standard psychological symbolism, standard ghost intelligence. The book reveals Ghost's philosophy. War is psychological. Kill one soldier, terrify 100. Kill silently, terrify 1,000. Kill impossibly, terrify 10,000. Ghost operations were not about body count, were about psychological destruction, were about making Americans fear darkness, fear isolation, fear Vietnamese night, fear impossible, fear ghost. That was mission. That was victory. That was ghost. Standard ghost understanding, standard professional warfare, standard excellence explained. The book reveals Ghost's fate. Nguyen Van Thieu retired from active operations June 1969. 3 months after Firebase Delta, he had proven concept, had established legend, had created terror weapon, mission complete. He spent remaining war training other operators, teaching ghost techniques, creating ghost program, making impossible standard, making legend systematic, making ghost plural instead of singular, standard professional evolution, standard tactical scaling. 23 more soldiers trained in ghost techniques, operating 1969, 1975, creating terror.
Creating psychological destruction, creating ghost mythology across American forces, creating legend that persisted beyond war, beyond defeat, beyond everything. Standard ghost legacy, standard impossible proliferated, standard excellence multiplied. Book reveals Thieu survived war, returned to village, became farmer, lived quietly, refused interviews, refused recognition, refused fame, remained ghost even in peace, died 2001, age 61, quiet death, unremarkable death, ghost death, standard ghost even in ending. His obituary in Vietnamese newspaper, Nguyen Van Thieu, farmer, veteran, father of 3, grandfather of 7, died peacefully. Standard obituary, standard normal, standard invisible. No mention of ghost, no mention of operations, no mention of terror, no mention of legend, just farmer, veteran, father, grandfather, man. Not ghost, not legend, not impossible, just human who did impossible things. Standard ghost mystery, standard excellence unmarked, standard legend understated. Today, the legacy Firebase Delta site overgrown, jungle reclaimed. No structures remain, no evidence visible, no memorial, no marker, just jungle. Standard nature reclaiming war, standard everything except memory, except legend, except ghost. American veterans remember, share stories, warn newcomers, teach lessons. Standard veteran behavior except ghost stories persist. Ghost legends continue. Ghost fear remains real decades after operations ended. Standard psychological warfare victory continuing long past war. Standard ghost excellence transcending time. Vietnamese veterans remember differently. Remember Thieu, remember ghost, remember operations, remember pride. Remember victory, remember impossible made real. Standard different perspective, standard cultural difference, standard ghost understood differently depending on side. Military analysts study ghost operations, document techniques, analyze psychology, understand tactics, try to replicate. Standard military education, standard professional study, standard impossible to truly replicate, because ghost wasn't just technique, ghost was person, ghost was Thieu. Ghost was individual excellence that cannot be systematized completely, cannot be taught entirely, cannot be made standard because ghost transcended standard. Ghost was ghost. Lessons learned. Solo operations possible. Elite operator can infiltrate, can destroy, can terrorize, can succeed. Standard possibility confirmed. Psychological warfare more effective than kinetic warfare sometimes.
Terror defeats better than bullets. Fear destroys better than bombs. Standard ghost lesson. Cultural symbols weaponized effectively. Bamboo leaf became terror symbol. Simple leaf became nightmare. Standard cultural warfare excellence. Legend building is tactical. Creating myth serves military purpose. Making operator seem impossible increases effectiveness. Standard ghost intelligence. Perfect execution possible. 23 operations, 0 failures, 78 kills, 0 casualties. Impossible is achievable. Standard ghost proof. Modern special operations study ghost, study techniques, study psychology, study everything. Try to understand, try to replicate, try to create modern ghost. Standard impossible because ghost was unique. Ghost was tueur. Ghost was moment. Ghost was person. Ghost was everything that cannot be systematized or replicated or made standard or trained completely. Ghost was ghost. Standard ghost excellence remains unique, remains impossible, remains legendary, remains real. The bamboo leaf symbol persists. Vietnamese veterans recognize it. American veterans fear it. Symbol transcends war, transcends time, transcends everything, remains terror symbol, remains ghost signature, remains impossible made icon. Standard ghost legacy continuing forever. The numbers ghost operations, March 1968, June 1969, 23 infiltrations documented.
Direct impact. 78 American soldiers killed, 23 bamboo leaves, placed, 23 firebases infiltrated, 8 firebases permanently abandoned, 15 firebases heavily reinforced, 0 ghost casualties, 0 ghost captures, 100% operational success rate. Impossible made statistical reality. Psychological impact. Estimated 3,000 plus. American soldiers developed ghost-specific fear. Perimeter security protocols revised. Army-wide buddy system made mandatory solo operations eliminated. Guard rotations increased. Sleep degradation increased morale impact, unmeasurable but significant. Terror weapon effectiveness. Total training impact. 23 additional operators trained in ghost techniques. 47 additional operations conducted by ghost-trained operators. 134 additional American casualties from ghost technique operations. Ghost methodology became standard PAV and special operations. Doctrine impossible became teachable. Legend became systematic. Ghost became plural. 1 soldier, 1 technique, 1 legend. 3 years operating. 78 enemies killed silently. 0 defeats, 0 captures, 0 failures. Perfect execution, perfect record, perfect ghost. Impossible made real. Legend confirmed. Terror weaponized. Fear systematized. Ghost victorious. Standard ghost excellence total. Then retired. Then taught. Then proliferated. Then legacy. Then legend. Then memory. Then history. Then study. Then understanding. Then respect. Then recognition. Then everything except Ghost himself remaining invisible, even in revelation, even in history, even in glory. Still Ghost, still invisible, still legend, still impossible, still tueur, still man, still Ghost. Standard Ghost everything. Standard impossible perfection. Standard legend reality.
Standard excellence unmarked except by bamboo leaves, except by memory, except by terror, except by 78 Americans who died silently, except by thousands who feared, except by history that can't explain, except by impossible that happened anyway. That's Ghost, that's tueur, that's excellence, that's legacy, that's legend, that's impossible made real, that's everything forever.